Hi, there we are on Brunch with Brian this morning. It's Formal Dining Room Friday, as all you loyal brunchers know. And today I mentioned this yesterday, but I wanted to talk today about your system for calling. What is your system for making your calls? Because the system is the solution. So I'll tell you right now, if what you're trying to do is if you're going on Zillow and you've got your computer open and you're going listing by listing, and then you pull up the Zillow listing and then you call that Zillow listing and then you get whatever result you get, and then you take that sheet, that opening call sheet, the FSBO, whatever kind of lead it is. Remember, the main leads that you're going to be calling are FSBOs, for sale by owners, off of Zillow, Craigslist, FSBO.com, any other source you can find for sale by owners in your area. And that includes driving for dollars and seeing signs sitting in front of people's houses. Sometimes that's the only way some people advertise, is sticking a sign in the yard. So I want you to be, finding properties on a regular basis like that. And then what's your system though? So I want you to also call landlords. So FSBOs, landlords, and realtors are your three main targets. And when you're calling landlords, a lot of times a property manager will pick up. So make sure you have the property manager closing call script as well. That's another script I wrote later in the process. So if you don't have that, let us know. So when you're doing outbound calls, here's the system I want you to use. This is a easier, workable system. It breaks down the work in more digestible chunks. So instead of kind of like playing with your computer and trying to find all the leads on Zillow and then going from lead to lead on Zillow or whatever website you're on, I want you to take this Excel spreadsheet that I created. Now I created this for our realtor product. Okay, now you guys know, if you were at our last Taking Action workshop, we talked about realtor riches. So we had a really awesome system for working with realtors. Part of that system, an Excel spreadsheet comes with that system. That Excel spreadsheet enables you to track all your deals with realtors, but also your FSBO leads too. So there's a section later in the Excel spreadsheet that has the realtor information. For FSBOs, you just don't put anything in there. Okay, so this is a spreadsheet. You got the address, the seller, the last, the next action, everything you need to know on there. How many days listed? So you put all that information in on the Excel spreadsheet with the phone number, and that's how I want you to do it. I want you to go through Zillow or whatever sources you're doing first and fill up that Excel spreadsheet. Don't sit there trying to call and be filling out the Excel spreadsheet and calling and Excel spreadsheet and calling. No, do the Excel spreadsheet first and fill in. Basically, you can go through and fill in every FSBO pretty much in your area. There's not thousands of them. There's under 100 of them. So, sometimes there's only 10. I mean, some of your areas don't have a lot of FSBOs. That's why I want you working other areas as well. But I want you to line this up on your Excel spreadsheet and start calling them off of that sheet. And so that way you've got, 10 leads to call, and you can knock them out, and you can put the results into the Excel spreadsheet so that you are tracking all your leads and your deals. It's harder to go on Zillow and just call them right off Zillow and take notes and try to stay organized. It's easier to chunk the work in this way. First, collect all the leads you want to call on this spreadsheet with the phone numbers, the seller's name if you've got it, whatever else you've got, and then sit there and call them. And then plus it's very easy to track because you can see, okay, I've got 15 FSBOs. I called today, I called, 10 of them, and I got a hold of 6 of them. So out of these 15 that I'm approaching, I have answers on 4 of them, and 2 of them are going to take some follow-up or whatever. So I want you to have a disposition for every single FSBO in your market. You know what the situation is with that seller, and why they can't take monthly payments if they can't. And if they can, you're doing a deal with them. Remember, that's our pretty much our only criteria is, can they take monthly payments and do the numbers work? Okay, so I want you to use, sometimes the way you systemize your work makes it a lot easier. and digestible. I like that word, digestible. So, you can have this chunk of work where you're just going on Zillow or whatever websites and just transposing the information onto the Excel spreadsheet, filling the Excel spreadsheet as much as you can. And again, it might only be about 10 leads or however many, and then just systematically call them all at the same, call them in your calling sessions, but don't be looking up and searching for FSBOs to call while you should be calling. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying there? That will derail you. You want to just focus, call, 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 call. Get return calls, get return calls, get return calls, follow-up calls, follow-up calls. You don't want to be thinking, okay, now figure out what my next lead is I'm going to call. Go back on Zillow, go back on searching and search and search. No, that disrupts your flow. It takes away your momentum. And so let's, lay out all your leads to call, then just boom, 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 call them. And then that'll keep your momentum going. You don't have to look up more leads while you're in your flowing momentum. Okay. All right. So that system is the solution. And I talked about that yesterday, and I told you guys I wanted to talk about that today. So get that sheet. Hey, Roger, haven't seen you in a little bit. Thank you for being here today. Guys, I'm always privileged. It's my honor and privilege to have you guys come. And Jennifer's been showing up every week, every day. Good job, Jennifer. Bill, good morning. I like it when you say good morning to each other. This is a networking chance, guys. You should be even in touch with each other. Happy Friday. Look each other up. Guys, you can follow each other just off your comments. You can click on the person's profile picture and follow them. So, hey, KJ, always great to see Ken. And Paul FSBO, landlords, realtors. Yes, use the scripts from our What to Say system. Thank you, Jennifer. You're always good at encapsulating notes, taking notes for people. That's great. All right, so guys, I want you really following this new system, calling these leads. Professor Brian, the less I do, the more I make. Oh, I wrote the foreword to that book. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, that's a book by Ron LeGrand, and I wrote the foreword. Don't forget, most of you guys have our book, which is called The Flip Side of Flipping, and it's mostly all about cash flow deals. But yeah, we wrote the foreword on that book. I really enjoyed writing that. Hey, good morning. Thank you. Thank you too. Oh, so much value. Thank you, guys. You wolves are the best. Thank you so much. What a nice compliment. What a great way to start my day. I love doing these Brunch with Brians with you guys and giving you great information. Momentum. Yes, keep the momentum flowing. Good morning. Record all of my calls through my CRM. There you go. So that's a good way to track things. If you guys have a CRM program like RealFlow or some of these other ones, I recommend those. They can be very helpful in your business for sure, tracking and finding leads sometimes. Okay, yes, I love the spreadsheet method. Okay, I love making calls. Okay, let's say I love making calls. And why do you love making calls? Because you're organized and you're effective. Okay, so I love making closing calls. You should be saying that every day about 10 times anyways. So I love making closing calls 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love making closing calls. I love making closing calls. I love making closing calls. Guys, that really works. I mean, I love making closing calls. When you say those things, the affirmations are really powerful. So definitely be using affirmations before you get on the phone. You will come into the call with a lot more confidence and strength. Okay, so let's do our deep breathing. Nice deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and let it go. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Another deep breath in. Good. And let it out. This feels so good. Remember, it cleanses your lymph system, oxygenates your blood. So many good things about deep breathing. So don't just do it with me. Do it at other times during the day. Another one. Fill up your lungs and let it go. All right. Boy, I love these. It's such a great way to start my day with the Brunch with Brian. And I know you guys are starting your days off or continuing your day in a positive way and getting some momentum from these great Brunch with Brian. So always show up here, guys. I love doing these. I love it because I think it really helps you guys. So I love making closing calls. Yes. So I'll talk to you. Hey, Bill, send me an email. Guys, now remember, you can always email me We actually use a version of RealFlow is what we're using right now. We have used other ones. We used PropStream for a while. We use other ones too, but right now we're using RealFlow and we like it. We like it a lot. So if that's the one we're doing, and if you want to get a CRM, guys, I can actually hook you up really cheap. So I have it in with the company with RealFlow where I can get you a branded version of it really cheap. So if you are looking for CRM, contact me and let me know. All right. And remember, CRM is a customer relations management database. It just helps you track all your leads. And it also has some marketing stuff in there sometimes, depending on the manifest marvelous deals this Chinese New Year weekend. Oh, what a great positive affirmation there. Manifest your destiny. Manifest your goals this weekend. Okay. So make some great calls. Use this Excel spreadsheet system. You can create your own Excel spreadsheet. I mean, I'm not some person who's like a magician on Excel spreadsheets. It's pretty basic stuff. So it's just the columns you choose to put in there and what you want to track. If you want to get a copy of our Excel spreadsheet, even though you didn't get the realtor system, get the realtor system. That's really a powerful way to be calling realtors and developing your realtor network. But even if you didn't get that system, if you really want it, I will send you this Excel spreadsheet. So send us an email, support@thewolfcouple.com, support@thewolfcouple.com. And you can remember, you can always call us 888-RICH-NOW, 888 rich now. You want to be rich later? Rich now. Yes, rich now. All right. So what a great day, guys. Let's all have a great weekend. I love seeing you guys on Friday and getting you motivated for having a great weekend. So let's focus up. Let's really do it this weekend. All right. Good job. Roger is taking off. I think Roger's going to get a deal this weekend. Who else is going to get a deal this weekend? Yes. Yes. Okay, great. All right. So guys, I will see you on Monday. Let me know how your weekend went. And until then, keep expecting success, getting awesome training from the Wolf Couple and doing what? Taking action, like Lynette says.